before the first cities rose, before borders divided the land, before mankind learned to conquer nature. There was Kenya. A place where the dawn arrives with the roar of lions, where mountains kiss the clouds, and where endless grasslands sway like golden oceans beneath the African sun. This is a land that refuses to be rushed. Here, time moves to the rhythm of migrating herds, crashing waves, and ancient winds that have whispered across the savannah for thousands of years. Every sunrise tells a new story. Every horizon hides another wonder. Welcome to Kenya, not merely a country, but one of Earth's greatest living masterpieces. Kenya lies along the eastern edge of Africa, where towering mountains, sprawling savannas, dense forests, sparkling lakes, and turquoise coastlines exist within a single nation. Few places on Earth possess such astonishing diversity. Cross the country, and the scenery transforms like turning the pages of a storybook. One moment you're standing among snow-capped peaks, and the next you're gazing across sun-drenched plains stretching endlessly toward the horizon. The Great Rift Valley slices dramatically through the landscape, creating fertile soils, breathtaking escarpments, and lakes teeming with life. It is here that some scientists believe the earliest chapters of human history were written. Kenya doesn't simply contain nature. It is nature in its purest form. As daylight spills across the Maasai Mara, the silence begins to fade. Birdsong echoes through acacia trees. Antelope lift their heads from the grass. And somewhere beyond the morning mist, a lion announces the arrival of another day. The Maasai Mara is one of the world's greatest wildlife sanctuaries, a place where predators and prey have performed the same timeless dance for countless generations. Here, cheetahs explode into breathtaking bursts of speed across open plains. Leopards disappear into golden grasses almost as if they were never there. Towering giraffes drift gracefully between umbrella-shaped acacia trees. Yet nothing compares to the event that transforms these plains into one of Earth's greatest natural spectacles. Every year, more than 1 million wildebeest, accompanied by hundreds of thousands of zebras and gazelles, begin one of the longest and most dangerous journeys in the animal kingdom. Driven by instinct alone, they follow seasonal rains across East Africa in search of fresh grazing lands. Their path is filled with danger. Hungry lions stalk from the tall grass. Cheetahs wait for the weakest runners. Hyenas patrol the edges of the herd. But the greatest challenge lies ahead. The rivers. As muddy waters churn with powerful currents, enormous Nile crocodiles wait silently beneath the surface. Then, without warning, one animal leaps. Within seconds, thousands follow. The river erupts into chaos. Splashing hooves. Panicked cries. Snapping jaws. Some make it safely across. Others never reach the opposite bank. It is brutal. It is breathtaking. And it is one of the last great migrations still unfolding on our planet. Witnessing it is more than watching wildlife. It is watching evolution itself continue in real time. Long before tourists arrived with cameras, another people had already learned to live alongside this remarkable wilderness. The Maasai. Recognizable by their vibrant red clothing and remarkable traditions, the Maasai have shared these lands with wildlife for centuries. Their lives remain deeply connected to cattle, family, and the rhythms of nature. Rather than viewing lions, elephants, and giraffes as distant attractions, they have grown up understanding their behaviors, respecting their presence, and adapting to life beside them. Their stories, songs, and customs continue to preserve a cultural heritage as rich as the landscape itself. Here, the relationship between humans and nature isn't one of conquest. It is one of coexistence. And perhaps that is Kenya's greatest lesson. To thrive, we do not always need to dominate the wild. Sometimes, we simply need to learn how to live with it. Far beyond the rolling grasslands, another giant quietly watches over Kenya. Mount Kilimanjaro. Although its summit stands just across the border in Tanzania, nowhere reveals its majesty quite like Kenya's Amboseli National Park. Here, the mountain rises above the horizon like a silent guardian, its snow-capped peak floating above clouds while the sun paints the plains below in shades of gold. It is a breathtaking illusion, ice overlooking one of Africa's hottest landscapes. As dawn breaks, enormous elephant herds emerge from the morning mist. Their footprints press gently into the dusty earth as families move together with remarkable patience and purpose. Some of these elephants are among the largest remaining in Africa, their magnificent tusks nearly brushing the ground as they walk. They are not simply passing through. They are following ancient paths their ancestors have traveled for generations. In Amboseli, every watering hole becomes a gathering place. Buffalo arrive cautiously. Gazelles dart across the open plains. Hippos sink quietly beneath muddy pools. And high above, eagles circle effortlessly on rising currents of warm air. Life here revolves around one precious resource: water. Without it, this remarkable kingdom would simply disappear. Most capitals grow by pushing nature away. Nairobi chose a different path. Few cities on earth can claim to have lions roaming just beyond their skyline. Yet in Kenya's capital, glass skyscrapers stand only minutes away from Nairobi National Park, where giraffes, rhinos, zebras, and lions continue living against one of the world's most unusual backdrops. It is a meeting point between two worlds. One driven by innovation. The other by instinct. Bustling streets echo with conversations from dozens of cultures, while markets overflow with colorful fabrics, handcrafted art, aromatic spices, and the irresistible scent of freshly prepared street food. The city never seems to stand still. Yet even here, nature quietly reminds everyone who arrived first. Nairobi is also becoming one of Africa's fastest-growing centers for technology and entrepreneurship, earning the nickname Silicon Savannah. It is proof that Kenya isn't only protecting its past. It is actively shaping its future. Eventually, every great journey reaches the sea. Along Kenya's eastern coastline lies Mombasa, a city where Africa, Arabia, Asia, and Europe have crossed paths for centuries. The Indian Ocean crashes gently against white sandy beaches lined with swaying palm trees, while wooden dhow boats drift across turquoise waters much as they have for hundreds of years. But Mombasa is more than a tropical paradise. Its narrow streets carry echoes of explorers, merchants, and sailors who once connected continents through trade. Ancient forts still overlook the harbor, standing as silent witnesses to centuries of history. Around every corner, cultures blend together. Languages mix. Spices fill the air. Music flows through lively neighborhoods. Here, the ocean doesn't separate civilizations. It brings them together. Most visitors come searching for lions. Many leave remembering something entirely different. Kenya is filled with hidden treasures rarely found on postcards. The emerald waters of Lake Naivasha shimmer beneath flocks of fish eagles. Pink flamingos transform lakes into rivers of color. The dramatic cliffs of Hell's Gate inspired landscapes seen in famous animated films. Far to the north, vast deserts stretch beneath endless skies, where camels have carried people and goods across the arid landscape for centuries. Then there are Kenya's forests. Ancient, mist-covered worlds where waterfalls tumble through dense vegetation and rare monkeys leap between towering trees. Every region tells its own story. Every landscape reveals another chapter. No single journey can ever capture all of Kenya. And perhaps that's exactly what makes it unforgettable. Some places impress us with their beauty. Others inspire us with their history. Kenya does something far rarer. It makes us feel wonderfully small. It reminds us that before highways, skyscrapers, and crowded cities, the earth belonged to rivers, mountains, forests, and creatures that still roam these lands today. Here, every sunrise is a promise. Every animal is part of an ancient story. Every horizon invites another adventure. Kenya isn't merely a destination to visit. It is a place to experience with every sense. A land where wilderness still breathes. Where cultures continue to flourish beside nature rather than apart from it. And where the rhythm of life still follows the heartbeat of the earth itself. Long after the journey ends, the memories remain: the distant roar of a lion at dawn, elephants silhouetted beneath Kilimanjaro, waves whispering against the shores of the Indian Ocean, and skies so vast they seem to stretch forever. Perhaps that is Kenya's greatest secret. It doesn't ask to be admired. It simply exists, wild, timeless, and breathtaking, waiting for those willing to slow down and truly see it. Because some places are visited. But Kenya is felt.